As an On the Bus's filming locations expert, the question I often get asked is, where was the bus depot located for the television series? Well, the TV series gained permission to film at Eastern National's depot at Lordship Lane, Wood Green in North London. However, this would not have been the case had London Transport granted permission to the On the Bus's production team to use their depot in Willesden Green. Producer Stuart Allen had visited London Transport seeking the use of a fleet of their buses and depot for filming purposes. But the huge transport company refused permission, fearing that the comedy would bring a bad image upon their staff as being crude and their buses as being unpunctual. And so On the Buses would have its fictional Luxton and District Bus Company located at Eastern National's Lordship Lane depot in Wood Green. The bus depot was to feature in several episodes in Series 1 straight through to the end of Series 5, but only in an external capacity. The front of the depot led out onto Lordship Lane, Wood Green. The rear entrance to the depot was also seen in a handful of episodes and was located in Redvers Road, Wood Green, around 100 metres to the southwest of the front entrance. Sadly, much has changed since the cameras last visited Lordship Lane in late 1971. The depot closed in the early 1980s and was soon to be demolished, and with it went the depot's travel shop next to it, seen in a few episodes. An estate agent stood east of the depot, and then there were a couple of Victorian houses also seen in a couple of episodes very briefly. Beyond that, eastwards was a mews-style alley between Victorian houses, which we see Stan, Jack and George run down on the way to the rear of the depot in the very first episode, The Early Shift. A few years after the depot's demolition, the Wood Green Congregational Church, which stood directly west of the depot, was to be demolished too, leaving the way open for redevelopment of the whole site. Today the site has a very different look, with a residential block of flats aptly named Omnibus House, as way of a nod of recognition to the depot which once stood there occupying the site. It stands on the site west to east, where the Wood Green Congregational Church, the Eastern Bus Garage and its travel shop, an estate agent's, Victorian houses and the alley and further Victorian houses beyond it once stood. This is just one of many On the Bus's filming locations that can be filed as lost, having been changed beyond recognition over the many decades since the cameras stopped rolling.